The morning in the countryside was peaceful, painted with golden sunlight spreading softly over the endless fields. Birds chirped, a cool breeze drifted across the fences, and everything felt calm, until the quiet was broken by the footsteps of an 8-year-old girl named Lily. With her little pink backpack and braided blonde hair, she walked the long dirt road home from school, humming to herself the way she always did. She didn't realize she was being watched. Two older boys, both bigger, stronger, and known troublemakers, waited near the wooden fence. Their expressions turned cruel as they saw Lily approaching alone. She tried to walk around them, clutching her backpack straps, but they stepped directly into her path. "What's your hurry, farm girl?" The taller one smirked. Lily's heart pounded. She hated confrontation. Her voice trembled as she whispered, "I just want to go home." But bullies don't need a reason. The second boy shoved her shoulder, forcing her to stumble. When she tried to back away, he grabbed her backpack and yanked her to the ground. Lily's hand scraped against the gravel, and tears formed instantly. She tried to crawl, but the boys surrounded her like predators circling prey. "Get up," the tall boy taunted, lifting a thick wooden stick from the road. Lily gasped and covered her head. "Please don't." But the boy, fueled by ego and peer approval, slammed the stick against the side of her head. Lily collapsed face first, the dirt coating her cheek. Her vision blurred, and she lay motionless, barely conscious. The boys laughed, proud of their cruelty. But the laughter faded when they saw someone running toward them, fast, powerful, unstoppable. They had no idea what they had just triggered. They didn't know who Lily's mother was. The two boys were still joking about what they had done when a sudden tension filled the air. They didn't hear anything at first, but they felt it, like a storm approaching, a force they were not ready for. Down the road, a woman came sprinting with the speed and intensity of a trained athlete. Her steps pounded the dirt, her arms moved with precision, and her eyes, sharp, furious, laser-focused, were locked on the small body lying in the road. Her name was Mara, farmer by day, former military tactical instructor by history. And the moment she saw Lily on the ground, her breath shattered. She dropped to her knees beside her daughter. "Lily, baby, can you hear me?" Her hands trembled as she gently turned Lily's face. The sight of bruises, dirt, and that small trembling whimper made Mara's heart crack in two. Then she stood up, slowly, deliberately, like a volcano rising before eruption. Her voice was low, deadly calm. "What did you do?" The boys froze. They had never heard a voice like that. Not from a teacher, not from a parent, not from anyone. It wasn't loud. It wasn't screaming. It was controlled danger, wrapped in a tone that made their knees weak. The taller boy had the wooden stick behind his leg, but Mara had already seen everything. The position of Lily's body, the bruise forming on her head, the disturbed dust. "You hurt my daughter," she said, eyes locked on them like a hunter sizing prey. An 8-year-old child. The boys tried to speak, but no words came out. Mara took one step forward, then another. Her presence alone made them back away. For the first time, they realized they weren't dealing with a helpless kid anymore. They were dealing with a mother whose rage could level mountains. Fear gripped the boys as Mara advanced. She didn't run. She didn't shout. Her slow steps were more terrifying than any sudden movement could have been. Each crunch of gravel under her boots felt like a countdown. The boys backed away instinctively. Mara stopped only inches from them. Her eyes flicked to the wooden stick one boy was trying to hide. Without warning, she snatched it from his hand. The boy flinched as if expecting the same violence he had used on Lily. Instead, she held the stick in both hands and snapped it clean in half. The sharp crack echoed through the entire road. The boys swallowed hard. "You think hurting someone smaller makes you powerful?" Mara asked, her voice steady. "No, it makes you weak." Panic rose in the boys' chests. They muttered excuses. She fell. "We didn't mean it." But Mara didn't react. She took out her phone with perfect composure and made a call. Within minutes, a sheriff's truck rumbled down the road. Sheriff Daniels, a longtime friend of Mara and someone who respected her strength, stepped out. One look at Lily, one look at the stick, one look at the boy's trembling posture, and he understood everything. Mara didn't yell. She simply recounted the events in a voice filled with emotion but controlled with experience. Lily's slow breath, the bruise on her head, and the stick fragments told the rest of the story. The boy's parents arrived, shocked and horrified, but consequences were unavoidable. The sheriff placed the boys under arrest for assaulting a minor. As they were led to the truck, the boys glanced back at Mara. She wasn't angry now. She was cradling Lily gently, whispering comforting words as her daughter cried softly into her chest. That was when the truth hit them. They didn't just bully a farm girl. They had awakened a mother with the heart of a warrior. And some mistakes can never be forgotten.